Hey everybody, it's Lonnie with the show Entertainment, Lighting, Sound, and Events. I just want to let you know I haven't skipped part 3. I'm going to get to it right after my little intro here. But I just wanted to let everybody know about some of the other people that are really helping out what's going on YouTube and Facebook and everything else in the entertainment community. But anyway, if you followed along part 2 and ended there, part 3 is going to pick up, or excuse me, this part 3 will pick up right where I ended off. So here we go. My point is that if you watch, you'll notice your guest will start dancing along and moving, but not as much as if you were playing more meaningful songs and play them long enough for them to enjoy. Playing a song for 30 to 60 seconds only gets them going, only to be disappointed that they can't hear the rest of the song. But then you're on to the next song, and they may get excited again, only to have their expectations squashed again when you start mixing another song in 45 to 60 seconds later. Eventually, they will tune out your creativity. You do not want this because they want to be out there on the dance floor. If they tune you out, you will lose their interest and they will find a different thing to do than dance, such as talk or go outside or smoke or whatever. So be careful when it comes to cutting off songs early. If you can do it and you have worked at a place for a while and you know it works, then I commend you. I mean, that's great. You know that you're doing whatever you can. And it is working for you because you can see the dance floor is responding. But honestly, I'm not speaking about those who have made it work. Even those who have made it work may forget that there are some that just don't care for this creativity. No offense, but it is true. Now, recently I was at a place that does this. This DJ doesn't do 30 to 45 or 60 seconds, but I think it's about 80 to 90 seconds per song. And although the dance floor is fairly busy, I do see a lot of disinterested people that aren't dancing and just hanging around the dance floor on the drink rail. Long story short, the dance floor is in an area upstairs, and it's basically the only area there upstairs. This is all there because there is no bar, so this is the only reason you would go up there, other than the girls, of course, for the guys. You walked upstairs, and there was this dance floor area with some booth seating surrounding the outside, and a DJ was mixing in the corner. The dance area could probably hold 120 to 140 people if it was full. I saw a lot of people go up, but the stairs were almost always full of people coming down at the same time, and frequently. So what I mean by all this is that there were a lot of people that weren't actually interested enough to enjoy the music and decided to leave very soon after going to the dance floor. Why? Well, I'll be fair and say there could be many reasons. But one could be that there were a lot of looky-loos, myself included. I'll admit, I just like to observe things, and I'm a single guy, so I go to look at the girls. And another could be that people just wanted to check out what was upstairs. But the other one I'm pointing out could be the point I'm trying to make about all the mixing aspect, is they didn't care for the fact that they heard a song, and then heard another, and then heard another, before they could even start to hear the first song. They got confused and less interested, so they decided not to stay and dance. Now, I know there are lots of reasons why people do and don't dance. Some will dance and don't really care what song is playing, as long as they can shake it a little. But most are shy and others haven't had enough to drink. I'm guilty of both most of the time. So they don't dance or don't dance that much. Hey, I know you can't win them all, but just be aware and observe what's going on with your surroundings. Be aware of your guests and their interaction, or worst case scenario, lack thereof. The DJs I'm pointing out or speaking of in general, they don't pay much attention to the guests when they're mixing every 60 to 90 seconds. The reason is, well, I can think of one good one. They're trying to think of another good song to play because they only have about 40 or so seconds to think of one. In other words, they're scrambling, as I mentioned earlier, to find another song that will work, and it just doesn't fit in the vibe of the dance floor. This is why I say not to put more work on yourself than is necessary. I've played a song or two that just didn't work. I think we all have. It's part of a learning experience as a DJ or a band or any other entertainer. But do yourself a favor and pay attention to why it didn't work, and ask yourself some questions. Did it not work because the song before it was from the 90s? And the song I just played was from the 60s. It's not easy to pull off too often. Sometimes it is, but not always. And or was the song I played from a completely different genre, let's say it was jazz to hip hop, which may not work that well. Maybe it was a fast rock song to a ballad, which usually doesn't work well either. Or even a techno song to a casual song. For example, maybe you played Sandstorm to I'm Yours by Jason Mraz. It might not go over too well with your guests. Honestly, I challenge anyone to do this and make it work. I'll tell you what, I'll give you $5 to anybody that can. Trust me, it won't. Again, you'll just have to look. You'll just have the look of confusion from your guests.